Good evening, everyone, from BB&T Point, where the Lancaster Barnstormers and High Point Rockers continue what has been an incredibly exciting series so far. We have seen ninth inning lead changes both nights. The Barnstormers rallied here on Monday from being down 6-5 to win 7-6 in 10 innings. And then last night, it didn't take the Rockers that long. They were down 3-2 going into the bottom of the ninth, and before the first out could be recorded in that lower half of the ninth inning, High Point had turned the game around to win by a score of 4-3. So welcome back for game 3 of this exciting series at BB&T Point. The Barnstormers will send Jonathan Albaladejo to the mound tonight. He is 1-3, coming off his first win of the season. That came against the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs on Friday. He gave up just one in notching that victory. Of course, prior to that, he had been on the injured list for several weeks. He'll match up against Dominic Damasi, who is 2-1 on the year with a 4.2 ERA, a one-time Cleveland Indians farmhand who has just joined High Point. This will be his fourth start with the Rockers. The Rockers are still very much alive in the race in the Liberty Division. They come into play tonight 2 games behind the division-leading Long Island Ducks, 1.5 behind the Somerset Patriots. So the three-way race on, New Britain has officially been eliminated from the race with their second-half loss last night to the Somerset Patriots in a doubleheader in the Freedom Division. It's down to Sugar Land and York, the Skeeters with a 2.5-game lead over the York Revolution as play continues into tonight. The Revs may still be alive when they come to Clipper Magazine Stadium for the 3-game weekend series. So a lot of excitement go around. The Barnstormers, of course, have been eliminated from the first half for a while, and a ball club that will try just to gain some momentum going into the second half. And that was part of our discussion with the guy that Lancaster just acquired over the weekend, outfielder Andrew Applin. He's already impressed us with his defense, and offensively, it may take a few days for him to come around. He hadn't played since the 13th of May, but he got a couple of good swings in last night. So Andrew, my guest tonight, the Gockenauer Home Appliances Dugout Report continues right here on the Lancaster Barnstormers YouTube channel.
Like craft beers? Well, the best place to be in Lancaster then is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right. Celebrate baseball or just a night with your friends at the Broken Bat Deck down the right field. The Broken Bat features more than 20 local craft breweries and product from a local winery. Food is sold off a pub-style menu. And new for 2019, there will be a trivia contest every Saturday evening beginning at 5, hosted by Cheaters Never Prosper. So get together, hang out with make some new ones, and enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with the Barnstormers game.
Wow, season 15. Can you believe it? Gockenauer Appliance is proud to be back partnering with your Lancaster Barnstormers again this season, and has been since day one. We are also proud to be celebrating our 70th year of business this season, and wanted to thank all of you for your support in business over all these years. I'll be back after the Dugout Report to tell you about some great offers and giveaways we have for you during this 15th season of Barnstormers Baseball.
Welcome back to this edition of the Gockenauer Home Appliances Dugout Report. My guest tonight is the latest arrival to the Lancaster Barnstormers Ball Club, outfielder Andrew Applin. And Andrew, first of all, welcome to Lancaster. Welcome to the Atlantic League.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
You leave the dry climate of Reno, Nevada. Your first action in the Atlantic League is in the sweltering southeast. It's very hot and humid here in High Point, North Carolina. How do you make the adjustment?
Drink a lot of water. Yeah, drink a lot of water, eat a lot of carbs, just try to stay in the shade as much as possible.
A turf field here. You don't see too many around minor league baseball, but have you experienced being on the turf before?
I've been on turf before. I played in turf in college at Oregon, and never played all turf field, never had the batter's box be turf. It's a little different, and the pitcher's mound is usually dirt and around the bases, so it's a little different in that aspect.
I want to take you back to a play last night, an absolutely marvelous relay that kept a tying run from scoring in the third inning. The first part of that, play was you being able to cut the ball off in the alley. It was a double for Quincy Lattimore, but the fact that you were able to sprint over there and get there to cut that ball off and keep it from getting through really started that play.
Yeah, it was good. Got to it in time, just in time to stop it from getting to the wall, and just wanted to hit the cutoff, give him a chance, and he made a really good throw. And we both get assists, so it goes down for both of our sets. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it couldn't have been terribly easy for you on that play because you're running to your right to cut that off. You're a left-handed thrower, so to get rid of the ball as quickly as you did took some effort.
Yeah, you kind of just are guessing and visualizing in the back of your head and where the cutoff man's going to be, and you just spin and hopefully throw it in the right direction he's lined up in, and it just happened.
Yeah, Michael has such quick hands. He's got as quickest transition as I've seen in a long time, and he was able to get rid of that ball in a hurry right on line to Anderson De La Rosa. It was a beautiful play.
Yeah, really good arm. So, he got it there in the air, no problem. So that was beautiful.
You've had a chance to play both center and left for the Barnstormers here the first couple of days, and I know you play right field as well. Do you have a preference?
I prefer center outfield. You kind of feel like you're in control out there. You see the pitches a little better, see where the catcher's setting up, how they're trying to go at, and kind of adjust to the hitters how they're attacking them. But they're all the same. You just go out there and try to make as many plays as possible.
Yeah, you have a guy next to you when you're playing left in center fielder Darian Sanford, who's about as fast a guy as you'll ever see. So, what's it like being next to him? Does it take a little bit of pressure off you?
It's nice. I'm center field, so if I can move over another really good center fielder next to me, it's like you can pretty much get rid of that gap because either him or me are going to run it down in the left center gap. So it's kind of nice.
Yeah, especially if you've seen the left center field in Lancaster. I know you haven't played there, but you've been there, and it's huge. So you need some speed in left field.
Yeah, I'm excited to play there and see how that is.
Take a look about your career history. You came out of Arizona State, and you've been in 3 different organizations, most recently Arizona, but most of the time spent with Houston and Seattle, and you've been at AAA in all 3 organizations. I always ask this question, what was the closest you were to getting called up?
Probably in 16 with the Astros. I was put on the 40-man roster, and then the year after I was put on the 40-man roster again. And they were just really good that year, and on to win the World Series. So
you played with Zach Shank in the Seattle organization. Any inside dirt on Zach?
No dirt on him. He's a great guy, great teammate, even better teammate. Just love having him around. He's always positive.
Yeah, he's about as clean cut as there is anyway. Coming to the Atlantic League, another question that I tend to ask a lot. What are your thoughts on this league? I know you've only seen a handful of games so far, but everybody seems to be a little bit surprised coming here that, wow, this guy played in the big leagues, and this guy I saw mindset after the first game, like you're surprised at the level of play?
Yeah, I actually was. I came here, didn't really know anything much about the league. Then you get here and you see all the names on the board, and you realize, oh, he was in the big leagues before, or oh, he's played in AAA for most of his career, and you see the competition and realize everything out here.
Your last game with Reno was May 13th. Did you have an opportunity to sign, or if there's a gap in? Were you waiting for a call from a major league organization?
Yeah, I was kind of just waiting. Wanted to go at least AAA and get it there, but the opportunity to come here, I was ready to go play.
Yeah, there's a good thing about the league is 50, 60 guys leave every year to go somewhere, whether it's back to a major league organization, Mexico or Taiwan, and sometimes Korea. So that it's a feather in the cap of this league. And usually when people go, they go back to the level where they last played.
Yeah, I mean, you're out here, you're playing, everybody's trying to get back to where they were and, make it to the big leagues. And so everyone's just out here competing and, those stepping stone things where it's like you just come out here, put your work in and be ready to go.
Join a ball club in a little bit of an odd situation, kind of, in a sense, playing out the string of the first half. But at the same time, because there's half, everything's trying up. It kicks in a week from Friday night. So there's sort of this need to build some momentum.
Yeah, I was actually excited when I heard that you get a fresh start for the second half and you get to go after the second half championship or a chance to get into the playoffs. I think we have the team to go out there and go play some good baseball in the second half and take first place.
Well, Andrew, thanks for joining us tonight. Best of luck with the Barnstormers, and when we get back, you'll get hooked up with a booster buddy, but you won't know who it is until the very end.
Yeah, it's like work, you get your secret Santa.
Andrew Applin joining me on the Gockenauer Home Appliances Dugout Report on the starting lineups for tonight's game in just a moment on the Lancaster Barnstormers YouTube channel.
Hi, Adam Gockenauer back with and to tell you about some of the great offers we have. Stop in every day to register for a team-signed Barnstormers jersey. No purchase necessary. One lucky winner will win this very special jersey at the end of the season. Did you know we also have the best deals on the full line of Weber grills? Hey, mention this ad and receive free delivery on every Weber grill you purchase during the season. The best brands at the best prices. Gockenauer's in Pittsburgh.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum is a place with thousands of stories to be told. It's a place for baseball's greatest moments and share them with future generations. A place to experience the game and how it has shaped our history. Cooperstown is a destination with something for the entire family. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your trip to the National Baseball Hall and Museum in Cooperstown at baseballhall.org.
Here are our starting lineups for the third game of this four-game series. For the Barnstormers, Darian Sanford back from a PSU field leading off. The shortstop batting number 2 is Mike Martinez. Dan Gamache at second base will bat third. The cleanup hitter is the DH Caleb Gindel batting 5th, and playing first base is Casey Hobson. Our pregame guest, Andrew Applin, is the left fielder batting 6th. Josh Bell at third base batting 7th. Parker Moore in his catching hitting 8th. And the right fielder is Zach Shank in the number 9 slot. Jonathan Albaladejo on the hill. He is 1-3 with a 4.43 earned run average. Note who is missing from that starting lineup. It is the first time all season, and the Barnstormers are in game 64, that Joe Trdoslavich has not started. And it has looked like he maybe could use a night off, and that's all this is. He is not injured. Ross just made the determination that he wanted to rest Joe and have him a little bit fresher for next week, because he may be going to the All-Star game. We don't know that officially yet. And then, of course, the second half starts next Friday. For the host High Point Rockers, it will be Michael Russell leading off at second base. The center fielder batting second is Miles Schroeder. Shortstop Tyler Ladendorf batting third. The cleanup batter is the left fielder Quincy Lattimore. Sergey Rosa is the first baseman. He is batting 5th. Richie Schaefer, the DH, batting 6th. He had 2 big doubles for High Point last night. The third baseman hitting 7th is Hector Gomez. Tyler Marenkov is the right fielder. He is batting 8th. And the catcher in the number 9 slot, the man who drove in the game winner last night, and that is Matt Jones. Dominic DeMasi on the hill. 2-1 in 3 starts for the Rockers. He's had a lot of strikeouts. He has fanned 19 batters in his 15 innings. His earned run average is 4.20. The Barnstormers and High Point Rockers coming your way next. Game 3 of a 4-game series on the eve of the 4th of July big fireworks show coming up tonight here at BB&T Point. We'll be back with play-by-play baseball coming your way next on the Lancaster Barnstormers YouTube channel.
The constant energy, the tight turns and bustle of the city. Some survive it, others were made to conquer it. The first ever Lexus UX and UX F-Sport crossovers are crafted for those who were made for the city. UX, starting at $32,000. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg.
MSRP excludes delivery, processing, and handling fee of $1,025, which may be subject to change at any time. Excludes taxes, title, license, and optional equipment. Dealer price will vary.
At Clipper Magazine Stadium, we have hot dogs and popcorn, nachos. But what if, say, you're only 3 months old and wants to have a night out and watch the Barnstormers? Well, thanks to May Grant Obstetrics and Gynecology, the littlest of Stormer fans now have a place to go for dinner during the game. Tots can take mom to the Little Sluggers dugout behind Section 13 at the stadium for a comfortable private feeding experience. A brightly painted room with comfortable furniture and TVs tuned to the game. It is the perfect for baby and mom during a night at the ballpark.
America and those who serve both at home and abroad. And join us in the singing of our national anthem performed tonight by our very own Dylan Witt. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight touched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, came through the night that was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Temperatures today in the low to mids here in High Point. The top I saw was actually 92. The humidity is sweltering. It may break tomorrow, but for now, we are in a steam bath that's even worse. On the field of play, artificial turf will generally add a good 10 to 15 degrees to the air temperature. So the guys out there need to stay hydrated. We talked to Andrew Applin about that earlier. Dominic DeMasi on the hill tonight for the High Point Rockers. DeMasi was born in New York State, grew up in Georgia, and attended Valdosta State. He was signed in the 31st round and made it AAA Columbus for a short stint a year ago. Overall won 9 games in the Cleveland system. This is his first taste of the Atlantic League. So far, DeMasi is 2-1. He has given up 12 hits in 15 innings, 7 runs all earned. He has walked 4, and he has struck out a total of 19. His last time out, he defeated Sugarland, giving up 5 hits and 3 runs in 5 innings of work. Backing him up defensively, the third baseman, Hector Gomez. Tyler Leidendorf will make the start at shortstop tonight. The second baseman is Michael Russell. Over at first base is Sergi Rosa. The outfield has Quincy Lattimore in left, the center fielder Miles Schroeder, and Tyler Marenkov makes the start in right field this evening. Matt Jones behind the plate with the right-hander DeMasi on the hill for the High Point Rockers this evening. The wind is blowing straight out here this evening, and this is likely to be a great night for the hitters. It's the conditions where the ball will generally travel well, the wind blowing out, the air temperature warm, the humidity high, and on top of that, the potential of a front moving in that's supposed to go through here tomorrow. Terrence Jones will be calling our balls and strikes here tonight. Joshua Tossis is the first base umpire. Matthew Saramil is over at third. The first pitch to Darian Sanford is down low. Ball 1 and no strikes. So Jones with the plate, Tossis at first, and Sir is at third base here this evening. Here is the next offering. Sanford takes a strike on the outer part of the plate, and the count squares at 1 each. Back down to the right point. 1-1, and Sanford strike 2 on the outer part of the plate. DeMasi working ahead of Darian, who tends to go very deep into the count that first trip at the plate. Sanford came in defensively in the 9th inning last night. Did not have a plate appearance. He awaits the 1-2 offering. It spins him around. Ball 2 is inside. Sanford level in the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Even with Sanford at the plate, the second baseman, Russell, is on the outfield portion of the carpet, which is risky. 2-2. Darian with a swing and a miss. He goes down on strikes to start off the evening. DeMasi, we mentioned the number of strikeouts he has been able to accumulate here in the Atlantic League. That is his 20th in just 15 1/3 innings. Now he encounters the Lancaster shortstop, Michael Martinez. Martinez hitting .285 with 4 home runs, 27 14 extra base hits total, and Michael has swung the bat pretty well in this facility. He has 2 home runs here. First pitch is up and away. Ball 1, no strikes from DeMasi. Dan Gamache, the Lancaster second baseman, due to bat next. 1 out, nobody on, top of inning number 1. The Barnstormers just trying to play spoiler here down the stretch. Chopper on the right side. That is a fair ball. Rosa takes it right to the bag. He had 4 or 5 of those last night. Very easy play for the first baseman. 2 retired, and the batter will be Dan Gamache. Gamache has slipped the 3 with 5 homers, 42 in. He's been frozen at 24 doubles now for quite some time, and 42 runs batted in for some time. He has not had a 2-base hit since June 22nd and only 1 RBI since June 23rd. Here's the motion and the pitch. It is outside for a ball, 1-0. And it looks, with all the playing time that Gamache has had this year, it seems his ability to pull the trigger is just a split second behind. And that's all it takes to cool off at the plate. Of course, through most of June, Gamache was perhaps the best hitter in the Atlantic League. He's batting here at a ball and a strike with 2 outs, nobody on base. The right-hander DeMasi ready to go into the motion. The next offering is smashed toward the middle, but there is the second baseman, Russell. He'll fire on. Gamache goes down 4-3. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Dominic DeMasi in the top half of the first. At the end of a half, it is the Lancaster Barnstormers nothing and the High Point Rockers coming up.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum is a place with thousands of stories to be told. It's a place to relive baseball's greatest moments and share them with future generations. It's a place to explore the game and how it has shaped our history. Cooperstown is a destination with something for the entire family. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your trip to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown at baseballhall.org.
Enjoy baseball and dinner package weeknights at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Monday nights feature an all-you-can-eat pig roast in the Howler Pavilion, courtesy of Hess's Barbecue. Tuesday night is all-you-can-eat chicken and ribs in the pavilion, or all-you-can-eat tacos in the Bobby Rahal Lexus Suite. Wednesday nights are Wiener Wednesdays with $1 Burke's Hot on the main concession stands, or all-you-can-eat wings from Joe's Wings and Wieners upstairs. Call 709-HITS to order tickets or go to LancasterBarnstormers.com, and we'll see you at the ballpark.
Lancaster has right-hander Jonathan Albaladejo on the mound. The big veteran from Puerto Rico, living in Florida for of his adult life. He is 1-3 on the year, 32-game winner overall in the Atlantic League, and his first pitch is a strike to the outside corner on Michael Russell. It is 0-1. Jonathan, around the injury this year, 20 and a third innings. He's allowed 29 hits, 10 earned runs, strike one. He had his best start of the season Friday night, winning 10-3 against Southern Maryland. 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned in 5 innings of work. Albie is back and missing away to Russell. 2 balls and a strike. Dominic DeMasi, a very successful top half of the first inning, keeping the ball on the ground. You let it be hit in the air tonight, and you could get in trouble. There's a swing and a miss by Russell. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The High Point Rockers are a very potent ball club. The Rockers with 71 home runs on the year in the league in long balls the bulk of the way. Called strike, outside corner. Albaladejo catches Russell looking. We have 1 out. Miles Schroeder, the center field of the plate. Schroeder, 272, 5 home runs, 25 runs batted in. No Barnstormer pitcher could figure him out until John Anderson last night. And Anderson handled him fairly easily, retired him the first 2 times up, walked him. Alejandro Chacin struck him out. The one time he faced him, first pitch is away for a ball, 1-0. Tyler Ledendorf, the shortstop tonight, waits on deck. Here's the wind. Albaladejo comes back, swinging a foul rifled into the net. And a Schroeder. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. One out, nobody on board. Playing the bottom half of the first inning. Albaladejo deals and misses. It looked a little bit inside. 2-1, the count to Schroeder. Switch hitter batting from the left side. Jonathan working quickly. 6'5", 260-pound right-hander into the motion. This ball is driven in the air. Shallow center field. On comes Sanford. Darian slides and makes a wonderful catch for out number 2. Darian Sanford gets a nice round of applause even from the partisan folks here in High Point. A wonderful catch. Sanford gets a star in the scorebook. We've got 2 gone. And Tyler Ledendorf will step in. Ledendorf batting .265 with 9 home runs. He has driven in 34. Josh Bell over at third tonight. Michael Martinez at short. Dan Gamache at second. Casey Hobson is playing first. The pitch is outside to Ledendorf for ball 1. Andrew Applin in left. Arian Sanford in center. And Zach Shank, within almost handshake distance of me, is playing right. Albaladejo being caught by Parker Moore. Pitch is a strike called. It is 1-1 on Ledendorf. No score, lower half of the first inning. There are some big towering clouds around, but nothing threatening as of right now. That is a second strike on Ledendorf. Albaladejo working ahead at 1-2. Jonathan's command was good last Friday. His velocity not quite where he'd like it to be. Swing and a miss. Down goes Ledendorf. So far, so good tonight for Albie. He sets the side down in order with some help. Darian Sanford out in center field. Nothing across in the bottom half of the first inning as well. At 1, there is no score.
Just like a baseball team needs pitchers, sluggers, relievers, and coaches to win games, a fire company needs firefighters, drivers, fire police officers, and administrators to be successful. Fire companies need to function as a well-oiled team too, through training, preparing, and working together like a team. When an emergency occurs, your local fire company responds to help save lives and property. Maybe it's time you stepped up to bat and offered to hit all your community. Go to becomeafirefighter.org and you won't regret taking a swing for the fences. Join the service team.
The constant energy, the tight turns and bustle. Some survive it, others were made to conquer it. The first ever Lexus UX and UX F-Sport crossovers, crafted for the new frontier. UX, starting at $2,000. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg.
MSRP excludes delivery, processing, and handling fee of $1,025, which may be subject to change at any time. Excludes taxes, title, license, and other price.
Well, if you're just tuning in, you didn't miss the first step some strikeouts. Jonathan Albaladejo with 2, Dominic DeMasi with 1. Philip Gindel with the Lancaster second. He's batting .295 with 8 homers. He's driven in 47. The right-hander DeMasi into his windup to Gindel. It is Nick Fowl right at the dish. No balls and a strike. Caleb, a few days ago, lost his Atlantic League RBI lead to York first baseman Telvin Nash. Gindel trails by 3, 50-47. Here's the motion and the 0-1 offering. Caleb with a swing and a ball tagged out toward left center field. Over goes Schroeder. He's got time and makes the catch. Caleb Gindel with a deep fly out toward left center field. 1 down. Casey Hobson, the first baseman, will step to the plate. Casey is back up to 241. In fact, he is to some extent the Barnstormers' hottest hitter right now. He's on a 6-game hitting streak, going 8 for 2. He has driven in 8 runs over the ball club's last 9 games. Became the 4th Barnstormer to get to 40 runs batted in on the season last night with a sac fly in the first inning. Takes a pitch outside. It is ball 1 from DeMasi. No score, top of the second. DeMasi has retired 4 in a row. Gindel hit the ball well toward left center field. Didn't get enough assistance from that big breeze. Smash foul over toward the dugout. Hobson bats at 1 ball and 1 strike. It's possible for me to get a foul ball out here in this booth, but booth in loose terms only, but unlikely. 1-1. Ball 2 is out. Hobson, 2 balls and a strike. I dare anyone to get one within my reach. I think I have enough time to react. 2 balls, 1 strike to Hobson. DeMasi ready to go, and it is well off the outside corner. It appeared off speed. Ball 3 and 1 strike. Hobson only 2 for 30 against the Rockers, but they've both been extra base hits in this series. Had a big 3-run home run here on Monday night, and a double later on last night. The 3-1 offering, he'll get the walk. Ball 4 is outside. Lancaster has the game's first base runner on a 1-out walk to Casey Hobson here in the second inning. Our pregame guest, Andrew Applin, will step in. Andrew's 1 for 7 in the series. First time up last night, he hit a ball to the warning track in right field. It was run down by Breland Almadova. And he had a single in the 8th inning. Barnstormers in the last 7 innings last night had the first 2 batters of each inning retired, and they never could find a way to get extra runs on the board after scoring 3 in the first 2 innings. Applin taking the first pitch for a strike on the outside corner. Hobson leads off first with 1 gone. Casey with 1 steal. He has been caught once. The right-hander sets. DeMasi to the plate, and that is fouled right at the dish very quickly. It is 0-2. Left-handed batter exclusively is Andrew Applin. More of a line drive type hit. Is not historically hit for a great deal of power. Batting with 1 out, 1 on here. Infield set up, double play depth. Russell really tends to play deep on that rug. And the pitch is stung and by Russell out at second base. The throw back to first for a double play. Very nicely done by the second baseman, Michael Russell, who dive, get that ball to his left, get up and start the double play. 4-6-3. Very nicely done by the High Point infield. Bottom of the second inning. in a scoreless ball game.
Remove the wrong piece and the whole structure might fall apart. No, I'm not talking about the Barnstormers lineup. I'm talking about the life-size Jenga game that is part of the Subaru outdoor experience down the right field line at Clipper Magazine Stadium. There's ping pong, huge dice to roll, and more. Trivia contests take place before every Saturday home game. Group bookings are available, so enjoy the games while at the game and come to the Subaru outdoor experience just below the Broken Bat deck.
Hi, this is Hall of Famer Carlton. Make your plans today to visit Cooperstown and the Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum.
There it goes, a long drive. If it stays fair, over.
Connect with your memories of the game and make new memories with your family. Check out baseballhall.org today for more information.
Carlton Fisk had a lot of little boy in him right there, Joe.
National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum, preserving history, honoring excellence, and connecting generations.
Well defended ball game here through the first inning and a half, and the first pitch to Quincy Lattimore is popped up near second base. Dan Gamache with the call to the right side of the bag, and one quick out for Jonathan Albaladejo at the outset of the home second. So will bat at 256. Home runs on the year, 21 runs batted in. He had a base hit against John Anderson last night, leading off the fourth inning, otherwise not heard from. A first pitch strike from Albie. It is 0-1. Casey Hobson remains the lone base runner here tonight with a one-out walk in the top of the inning. Strike two on the inside corner, says Terrence Jones. If this is correct, it's his second game behind the plate in this series. The umpires tend to be hired somewhat locally, so you don't get the same guys in High Point that you do around the rest of the league. Foul ball back. Albie coming right after him. Still no balls and two strikes. We're not terribly used to the crew down here, just as we don't know the crews down at Sugarland all that well. Off the outside corner for a ball. It is 1-2 on Rosa. The designated hitter waits on deck. Time called. Rosa backing out momentarily. Off the outer edge, 2-2. But this was announced today, speaking of umpires. The electronic umpire system will be in place for the Atlantic League All-Star game next Wednesday at York. Swung on and missed. Down goes Rosa. Third strikeout tonight for Jonathan Albaladejo, and Richie Schaefer will come to the... We suspected it beforehand, but last night we found out fully how hard Richie Schaefer can hit a baseball. Now, he didn't hit a home run last night, but he had two doubles that were absolutely smoldered. One to right center field that ended up being a ground rule double, hopping over a 10-foot high wall. And the Schaefer here fouled back at his 0-1. And then leading off the ninth inning, he had a ball absolutely on a line to left center field. Darian Sanford had come in to play center field in the ninth inning and almost made an unbelievable catch. He just about got to it. That would have turned the tide. Next pitch is away. Schaefer batting at a ball and a strike. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the second. We're scoreless here at BB&T Point. The fireworks night crowd continuing to file in here. There's a strike, and it's 1-2. Now reaching the outside corner. Jonathan, at one point, more powerfully saved 43 games in the International League 8 years ago. Now it is all finesse, but pitchers as they get older have to make that adaptation. Roger Clemens did. And, of course, continued to succeed. How much he may or may not have been assisted by chemicals, I'll leave that to your imagination. I like to think not all that much. 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Richie Schaefer with 2 outs, nobody on. The line by Albie and the pitch. There's a smash to second, knocked down on the first bounce by Gamache. He'll throw to first and get Schaefer to end the inning. 4 on the conversion and 6 down so far tonight for Albaladejo. We're at the end of 2 here at BB&T Point. Still no score.
Like craft beers? Well, the best place to be in Lancaster then is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right. Celebrate baseball or just a night with your friends at the Broken Bat Deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat features more than 20 local craft breweries and product from a local winery. Food is sold off a pub-style menu. And new for 2019, there will be a trivia contest every Saturday evening beginning at 5, hosted by Cheaters Never Prosper. So get together, hang out with your friends, make some new ones, and enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with the Barnstormers game.
Tuxedo Tour and Travel. If you want to be there, we'll get you there. New York, Washington, D.C. We service all casinos, day trips, or multi-day excursions. Lebanon's #1 tour bus company, providing trips, Sands of Bethlehem, Resort of Atlantic City, Son of Pocono Downs. Go to www.tuxedotour.com. So call 717-269-3124.
Something you don't see all that often, but in between innings here, Dominic DeMasi exchanged baseball caps. It is very hot and humid, and some people in this type of climate perspire profusely. A change of hats. The first pitch to Josh Bell is a strike called on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Speaking of perspiring profusely, once he came off the field during batting practice, I looked at Josh Bell and thought that, boy, he could be a one-person rain delay. Smash, and there's the deeply playing second baseman Russell once again. He throws to first, pulling Rosa almost into harm's way, but getting the out. There is 1 down. And Russell plays on this carpet almost every batter, including Sanford, back on the green, at least the left-handed batters. And the last 2, Applin and Bell, he wouldn't have gotten were he not back that far. Here is Parker Morin, the catcher, the lefty hitter of the Barnstormers tandem. Batting .310 with 2 home runs, 11 runs batted in. He is 13 out of his last 35 for a tidy .371 is Morin. A strike taken on the outside corner. It is 0-1. 3 assists already tonight for the second baseman, Russell. And he's well back there against Morin also. High hopper. He'll have to charge this one, but he does. He's confident that he can, and he flips to first. Morin's retired 4-3. Well, the Barnstormers have just 1 man batting right-handed in there against DeMasi, and he is stepping in. It's Zach Shank playing right field tonight. 192 hitter with 5 doubles and 7 runs batted in is Shank. John Anderson coaching first base for the Barnstormers. Ross over at third. They have not had much to do. First delivery is a strike on the inside corner to Shank. It's 0-1. Damasi has given up a walk. Albaladejo hasn't given up that much. We're in the top half of the third inning. Here's the motion by Damasi to Shank. Down and away for a ball, and we are level at 1-1. Counts are very low so far for both. Dak takes ball 2, a little bit outside, gains the advantage at 2 balls and a strike. It is 336 down the left field line, 339 to right, 400 to center here at BB&T Point. It does not play that far. The Shank, the 2-1 offering, hit in the air to center field. Retreating is Schroeder. He's got the shades on. He's there to make the catch. The minimum of 9 batters faced by Dominic Damasi through the first 3 innings tonight, and we're at the end of 2.5 with the score. The Lancaster Barnstormers nothing, and the High Point Rockers nothing.
Just like a baseball team needs pitchers, sluggers, relievers, and coaches to win games, a fire company needs firefighters, drivers, fire police officers, and administrative help to be successful. Fire companies need to function as a team, and through training, preparing, working together like a team in an emergency, your local fire company responds to help save lives and property. It's time you stepped up to bat to hit a home run for your local Lancaster County Fire Company. Go to becomeafirefighter.org, sign up, and take a swing for the fences. Join the Lancaster County Fire Service team.
Enjoy baseball and stay in shape. The Lancaster Barnstormers have a great package for our more experienced fans to do both. The Silver Stormers package is open to all fans 55 and above. Get a ticket to all Tuesday home games. Take a walk around our beautiful stadium during the day on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And get a Silver Stormers t-shirt to sport to all of these events. The Silver Stormers is presented by A&E Audiology and Hearing Aid Center. Sign up today at the stadium or at LancasterBarnstormers.com.
First pitch to Hector Gomez, good for a strike. It is 0-1. Gomez with at least 1 hit in every game against the Barnstormers out of all 8 that have been played. He has been deadly. Into the dirt for a ball. It is 1-1. Last night, he singled up the middle to tie the game in the bottom of the 9th. He also drove in a run in the 2nd. Batting .457 in the season series with a overall a .291 hitter. He has homered 3 times in 38. A ball and a strike to him from Jonathan Albaladejo, the right-hander, into his windup. The pitch is fouled over to the third base side, glancing off the barrier in front of the box seats. Net goes all the way down to the end of the seats that are straight before they curl in and face home. Ball 2 is down low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. I'm right at the end of that. Be the equivalent of the net going all the way to say section 3 and section 24 in Lancaster. Grounded again by Gomez. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tyler Marinkov and Matthew Jones scheduled to follow in the bottom of the 3rd. A scoreless ball game, and to this point, a hitless ball game. Dominic Damasi has been incredible at pitching to contact so far tonight. The Barnstormers can't get anything through. Gomez with a swing and a fly ball lobbed out towards center field. There is Sanford for the catch. Easier than the play he had against Schroeder back in the 1st inning. 1 out. 7 in a row, set down by Albaladejo. And Tyler Marinkov will come to the plate. Marinkov has dipped to 264. He has 3 home runs, 14 runs batted in. Stormers were here back 2 weeks ago. He started the finale of that series batting .316. He has driven in only a couple of runs since then. Pitch to him here. Ground ball cut off by the third baseman, Bell. He'll fire to first and get him. 2 up and 2 down in the lower half of the third inning with Jones stepping in. We talked about how this might be a hitter's night with the flags pointing straight out, the heat, the humidity. It looks like there are some thunderstorms perhaps about, but well off in the distance. However, the pitchers ultimately have the say, and Albaladejo and DeMasi have both been very sharp so far tonight. Here is Matthew Jones, the catcher, hitting .184 with 6 runs batted in, but 2 of those came last night. 1 was on a Barnstormers mistake. In the second inning, Jones hit what could have been a 3-6-1 or 3-6-3 double play that would have ended the inning. But instead, the Barnstormers left first base uncovered. Ultimately, John Anderson's responsibility to get there. Ball 2 is now outside and low on Jones. It's 2-0. So he picked up 1 RBI there, and the second one was the game-winning hit. It would have been a sac fly. Sanford just let it go. Swing and a miss. It is 2-1. Albaladejo into his windup, the delivery, and a ball smashed out to Gamache. May have been deflected quickly by Albaladejo. Will put it down just 4-3. Nothing across bottom of the third. 9 up and 9 down for Albie. And at the end of 3, nothing is developed at all here tonight. The score is the Lancaster Barnstormers nothing, the High Point Rockers nothing.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Excuse me, are you saying localflavor.com?
Oh, yeah, it's where I save big bucks on all kinds of things. Home improvement projects, dining out, family fun, electronics, jewelry, clothing. I even bought my wife a fancy spa package for half price.
Half price?
Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine.
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your... Thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again. I'm in.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Come on, everybody. Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Typically, as we start the 4th inning of a ball game, I give you the line totals, but there's absolutely nothing to report. 9 batters have come to the plate for both ball clubs. Only man to reach. Casey Hobson on a walk in the second. He was immediately erased on a double play ground ball. That's been it. We're scoreless into the 4th. Here is Darian Sanford leading off. Sanford, the only strikeout victim so far for DeMasi. And he swings and misses here against the fastball. It is 0-1. 4 ground balls to the second baseman. DeMasi has largely lived on those. He's gotten 2 flyouts to center. To Sanford, there is a bunt. DeMasi is on it, though. He'll underhand to first and get the out. Right idea for Darian, but he couldn't drag it past the pitcher. DeMasi got off the mound pretty quickly and made the play. 1 down, Michael Martinez stepping in. Martinez out unassisted back in the first inning.
number 1, Michael Martinez.
Damasi and Albaladejo, it's reminiscent of a Kyle Davies, Darrell Thompson matchup. We've seen a couple of those be wonderful pitcher's duels, and we certainly have one here tonight. The pitch to Martinez, a strike recorded. It is 0-1 against Martinez. Russell is probably a good 5 steps back into the outfield. He trusts his ability to charge in. We've seen him use it tonight. A ball now on Martinez. It's 1-1. But playing back there, he gives himself such a better angle to make plays to his left and his right. Second strike at the knees. Damasi has Martinez at 1-2. Dan Gamache, the second baseman, waits on deck. There's the kick and the offering. Swung on and missed. Michael Martinez goes down. Brilliant effort so far for Damasi. Dan Gamache will face him. Gamache, one of the victims of the glove of his counterpart, Michael Russell. 2 outs, nobody on base. Damasi's only averaged 5 innings per start, but at this pace, I guarantee he's going beyond that tonight. He has thrown only 34 pitches so far. Not bad for Albie either, 35 through the first 3 innings. To Gamache, it is outside for a ball, 1-0. No score between the Barnstormers and the High Point Rockers. We are in the top half of the 4th, 3rd game out of a 4-game series. Happy 4th of July to everyone. We'll all be celebrating that tomorrow. Early start here in High Point tonight. Fly ball, slicing foul into the Lancaster bullpen. Lattimore gave chase, but never had a shot. 1 ball and 1 strike. The count on Lancaster second baseman Dan Gamache. Barnstormers with pure left-handed hitters, 3 through 6, which Ross takes a risk with that, as they've got guys like Chase Hutchinson and Brian Clark available out of the bullpen for High Point. A ball and a strike. Gamache with a line drive toward left center field. Coming on for it is Schroeder. He'll make the catch. And it is another 1-2-3 inning on 10 pitches or fewer, 4th straight for Dominic Damasi. Will go to the bottom of the 4th inning in a scoreless tie.
There's a new force in town. Know any young baseball fans? Make sure they're a part of the Storm Force Kids Club presented by Commonwealth Charter Academy. For only $25, kids receive 12 field box tickets. To go with the tickets, the Storm Force members will get a backpack, a t-shirt, an invitation to Silo's birthday party, and a chance to meet Barnstormer players over a bowl of ice cream, plus a lot more. What's better than that? Sign to barnstormers.com by the stadium to get those kids involved.
Picking one thing over the other can be hard.
Toast or avocado toast?
Ooh, 4 or 5-inch heels.
But with Pick Games from the Pennsylvania Lottery, drawn twice daily, picking's as easy as 2, 3, 4, or 5. Plus, add Wild Ball to any Pick game for even more chances to win. It's simple.
Hey, what'll it be? Give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add Wild Ball. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Play Pick Games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Top of the order, Michael Russell leading off here in the 4th inning for the High Point Rockers. Jonathan Albaladejo fires, and he misses away for a ball, 1-0. Russell, a strikeout victim. He went down looking back in the first frame. The wind by Albaladejo, the pitch, this one good. He got the outside corner at the knees, 1 ball and 1 strike. All the other games are underway around the Atlantic League. New Britain up 1-0 over Somerset in the third inning. Long Island with a 4-0 edge over Sugarland just in the second. 1-0 Southern Maryland over York in the second inning. All the games were to have started tonight around the Atlantic League, but obviously this one has advanced the deepest. I don't know if there were some rain delay, perhaps, at Island and Southern Maryland. Obviously, Weavedly because of the Cal pitching so far. To Russell, here's the 2-1. That is cut on and fouled away. 2 balls, strikes. It's getting darker here, and there's one cloud that doesn't look terribly friendly, but I guess the bark is worse than the bite. It's not showing up as doing anything on radar. Here's offering Russell with a swing and another foul away. We continue with a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes on the second baseman. A North Carolina native. They have several on this ball club. Here's the 2-2, and Albie hits him. That's the first base runner for a game. A breaking ball got away from Albaladejo. He puts Russell on to start off the bottom half of the fourth inning. Miles Schroeder comes to the plate. Schroeder close to reaching base in the first inning, but the center fielder Darian Sanford raced in and made one of his great sliding catches. We saw those rubber beads kicked up. It looks like dirt, but it's not. Leading off first is Russell. Albaladejo to Schroeder, a swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. Bottom half of the fourth inning tonight from High Point, North Carolina. In a scoreless battle, but Albaladejo put to the test a little bit here in the fourth inning. He did it to himself, hitting Michael Russell with the 2-2 pitch.
I only applied to the mission.
Schroeder had to step away for a moment. It looks like he needed to get a better grip on the bat. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the delivery, swing and a miss again, and helps him at 0-2. Barnstormers will be home Friday night, 3-game weekend series against the York Revolution. And Friday night may mean a lot. And the York fans are coming over, especially if the Revs are still in the race. The pitch is pulled in the air out to right field. Shank is there. An easy play, 1 down. Tyler Leitendorf will step in. So, assuming that the folks from York will be in a caravan across the river, the Barnstormers fans have an assignment, and that's to come on out, and even though Lancaster's not in the race, come on out from the Barnstormers trying to knock York out, if that is actually the case. Swing and a miss. Sugarland were coming in, and this race were ongoing. But Sugarland wouldn't have plane loads of folks coming up. Throw to first base. Russell has served notice. Tyler Leitendorf bats at no ball and a strike here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. The pitch, swing and a miss.
Okay.
Albaladejo, with his assortment of breaking stuff, can be deadly when he's around the plate enough, and he's got the good bite, especially if he's throwing the splitter when ahead in the count. And he has had the Rockers pretty well handcuffed so far tonight. 0-2 on Leitendorf. Russell leads from first base. Albaladejo working out of the stretch a long time. Russell takes off. Here's the pitch down and away. The throw by Morin has no opportunity to get him. Russell got too good of a start, and it wasn't a great pitch for Morin to be able to handle. The Rockers move the runner into scoring position. Parker Morin still has not thrown out a runner trying to steal, but it's not him. he's never really had much of a chance, and he certainly didn't there. By the time he could get rid of the baseball, Russell was just about there. Leidendorf bats at 1 and 2 with one out and the runner in scoring position. Albaladejo comes to field. Martinez goes back, but he is called off by Applin Andrew there. No chance for Russell to move on the shallow fly ball to left. So 2 men retired, and it's left up to Quincy Lattimore, the Rockers left field. Lattimore popped up back in the second inning.
But anyway, and I hate to cut you off. I don't know where my feeling went.
Unless something happens on the bases, this will be the first time we'll have a 4-batter half inning in this entire game.
Oh, you're keeping touch. I don't.
Bottom half of the 4th inning, no score. Russell leads from second. Albaladejo to Lattimore. Inside for a ball, 1-0. Lattimore has very good numbers here in the Atlantic League, but he's also a favorite down in Mexico. He went to Quintana Roo for a while.
No, it's very political. Well, but yes, I just thought.
2 outs with the runner in scoring position. Albaladejo works to the plate and drills the outside corner. Gets the first strike in on Lattimore. Runner at second with 2 men down. Albaladejo comes to the set. Looks around. And now to Lattimore. Breaking ball hit on the ground. The shortstop Martinez will handle and throw. It ends the inning. A leadoff pitch, but nothing else. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man stranded. We're done with 4 tonight, and we remain scoreless here at BB&T Point.
Don't strike out when in need of new appliances for your home. Come to Gockenauer's in East Petersburg and see what a hometown dealer is all about. We offer the best brands at the best prices, plus deliver, install, and service everything we sell. Don't get burned by another chain store taking your money and then going out of business. Come to the place who has been helping Lancaster County for 70 years. Your hometown dealer making the best brands better. Gockenauer's in East Petersburg.
Lancaster Bible College has been around since 1933, but that they offer degrees in much more than just Bible. LBC offers degrees in criminal justice, business, professional counseling, and more, as well as graduate and seminary degrees in areas like Christian care, chaplaincy, education. Visit lbc.edu. That's lbc.edu.
Caleb Gindel, Casey Hobson, and Andrew Applin face Dominic DeMasi as we open up the 5th inning here tonight. Caleb fly to reasonably deep left center field back in the 2nd inning. DeMasi has faced the minimum of 12 batters so far. Albaladejo has faced 13 through these first 4 innings. No score in the ball game, and the pitch to Gindel is low, ball 1. That's a rare time that DeMasi has even marginally fallen behind in the count here tonight. 1 ball, no strikes to the Lancaster DH, who takes a strike now on the outside corner, 1-1. Gindel, another barnstormer that just does not fare as well at the plate when he is the designated hitter. Sometimes players can lose their focus in the game a little bit. The 1-1 pitch fouled away. DeMassey out ahead at 1-2. Caleb just batting .212 coming into tonight as the DH, so now .208 on the season. Overall, the average up close to 300, and obviously batting well over 300 when he plays a position. The 1-2, swinging a foul ball that's driven over the rooftop on the third base side. DeMassey has walked one and struck out two here these first 4 innings. Lancaster has not been able to find any kind of a seam in the High Point defense. Here's the wind, the 1-2. Gindel with a line drive. There's a base hit into right field. Up with it on 2 skips is Marinkov. Caleb Gindel has the ball game's first knock. A leadoff single for the Barnstormers in the 5th inning, bringing on Casey Hobson, who has been Lancaster's only other base runner. He drew a walk back in the 2nd inning. It has been a good series for KC here. 2 out of 7, a sacrifice fly. 4 runs batted in total. He's had a home run, a double. He has walked twice. Looking to advance this inning for the Barnstormers. Gindel, the runner with nobody out. Caleb held by via Sergi Rosa. The first pitch is low to Hobson. Ball 1 and no strikes. Scoreless battle here. 5th inning. Waning stages of the first half. High Point still a chance to pull out the first piece. Jamie Keefe has done a remarkable job his first year managing in the Atlantic League. He is with the Rocklers. High Point, who's a guy who's coached in this league before and certainly knows the ropes of independent league baseball. He's in the other leagues. And, of course, Frank Viola, who had all kinds of ties around major league organizations. They've done an amazing job in here. 2-0 now on Hobson. Gindel leads off first. DeMassey to the set, and it fouled David Rucker. Coach's box. David celebrated his 20th birthday yesterday. It was also Parker Morin's birthday today. Happy birthdays go out to Troy Steffi, our first base coach and baseball operations manager when we're home, and also to our trainer, Anya Holmberg, celebrating birthdays today. The delivery to Hobson misses, and KC bats at 3-1. An opportunity for another walk, if nothing else here. The left fielder, Applin, waiting on deck. Barnstormers nothing. High Point 5th inning ball tonight from BB&T Point. Gindel, a very short lead over at first base. 3-1 to Hobson. KC swings and fouls it in and out of the possession of Matt Jones. 3 balls, 2 strikes on the Lancaster first baseman. Again, awfully risky to start Gindel, but you'd like to see the Barnstormers try something here. The offense had some good performances against Southern Maryland, but some of that was built on walks. They haven't been hitting with a vengeance a lot lately. You throw to first base, back in is Gindel. DeMassey checking on the runner for the first time. Barnstormers did score 7 runs here in the series, but only on 8 hits. They had some big blows that night. Hobson bats 3-2. DeMassey ready to go. Gindel stays put, and the pitch is fouled up past the light standard over on the third base side and out into a High Point City neighborhood. There's not much around here, and that's the whole point of building this ballpark, is to revitalize this neighborhood. It's not that it's a bad neighborhood. It's just more or less a vacant neighborhood. And they're trying to bring business back here outside of the furniture galleries. 3-2 offering is low. Ball 4. Hobson gets the walk, first and second. And that brings on Applin, who sharply hit into a 4-6-3 double play back in the 2nd inning. The buildings, especially behind our hotel, but scattered throughout this part of the city but they're used infrequently. They keep the landscaping up for the most part, and the streets are clean, but nobody really is there. First and second for the Barnstormers, nobody out. Applin is going to drop a bunt down over toward the first base side. Up with it is DeMassey. He feeds the first baseman Rosa, but that is a sacrifice. Josh Bell will bat with Gindle at third, Hobson at second, and one out here in the fifth inning. Bell grounded out 4-3 back in the third inning. Gindle the lead runner with Hobson trailing, and Jamie Keefe does not bring his infielders in here. Josh Bell, 7 for 12, getting the runners home from third base with fewer than 2 outs. He tries to hold on the swing and does not. 0-1, says the third base umpire, Matt Saramil. Josh just looking to put the ball in play right now. In a game-tying double in the night Monday night. DeMassey to the plate, and the ball is recorded outside, 1-1. 4 for 26 is Bell in the season series. Gindle up the line from third, Hobson off second. Bell trying to give the Barnstormers the lead here in the fifth inning. DeMassey to the plate. JB with a swing and a miss. We go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Parker Morin waits on deck. Josh hitting only 124 for the season left-handed. From second and third. Here comes the 1-2. Bell swings and misses. Second out of the inning. He is gone on strikes. That is the third for DeMassey. And now it's up to Morin if the Barnstormers are to score. Parker Morin grounded out back in the third inning, 4-3. And once again, Michael Russell is well back on the outfield. Put grass in quotation marks. There does seem to be a slightly different texture to the green turf as opposed to the brown turf. It's thicker. More bristles, if you will. First pitch is outside to Morin for ball 1. Zach Shank is on deck. And Morin may not see much here. We're scoreless in the fifth inning. First base is open. A walk to Hobson following Gindle's single, and then Applin lays down a perfect sacrifice bunt. But DeMassey is fighting his way back to ball and no strikes. Ball 2. They may take their chances with Shank instead. 2 balls, no strikes to the left-handed batting catcher. Barnstormers looking for some way to gain a lead here in the fifth inning. It has not happened yet. DeMassey goes to work. Here's the 2-0. Morin swings, pulls a ground ball foul to the bullpen bench of the High Point Rockers. 2 balls and a strike. For the first time in the game, DeMassey has had to really work in an inning. It's the first occasion on which he has gone past 10 pitches. Parker Morin up there, 2 balls and a strike. DeMassey did come after him after all. Gindle up third. Hobson leads from second base. DeMassey working. Here's the 2-1 to swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Lancaster, for a while, the first 2 or 3 weeks of June, scoring a tremendous number of runs, but it has cooled off here the last couple of weeks. Parker Morin batting at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lancaster's averaged 4.4 runs a game for the last 11, which is not bad, but they were up around 6 per game for a while. Two balls, 2 strikes the count. Here's the delivery. Morin swings and misses. It looked off speed. DeMassey is out of the inning. 4 strikeouts now for the right-hander. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 stranded. We're headed to the bottom half of the 5th tonight. There is no score.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum is a place with thousands of stories to be told. It's a place to relive baseball's greatest moments and share them with future generations. It's a place to experience the game and how it has shaped our history. Cooperstown is a destination with something for the entire family. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your trip to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown at baseballhall.org.
Enjoy baseball and dinner package weeknights at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Monday nights feature an all-you-can-eat pig roast in the Howler Pavilion, courtesy of Hess's Barbecue. Tuesday night is all-you-can-eat chicken in the pavilion or all-you-can-eat tacos in the Bobby Rahal Lexus Suite. Wednesday nights are Wiener Wednesdays with $1 Burke's hot dogs from the main concession stands or all-you-can-eat wings from Joe's Wings and Wieners upstairs. Call 717-509-HITS to order your tickets or go to LancasterBarnstormers.com. And we'll see you at the ballpark.
We go to the lower half of the 5th after the High Point Rockers squirmed out of a jam in the top part of the inning. First real threat for either ball club in the game. It is still scoreless. Sergio Rosa leading off against Jonathan Albaladejo here. The first pitch is skied foul out of play. 0-1 the count. Albaladejo has retired 12 of 13 batters. He hit Michael Russell leading off last inning. To Rosa, the other pitch delivered for a second strike on the outer corner. Jonathan Albaladejo in his second start since spending several weeks out of commission and serving only as the team's pitching coach. Next delivery, inside and low, moving the feet. Sergio Rosa. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. No score here in the 5th. Albaladejo getting the sign from Morin. The windup and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Jonathan Albaladejo strikes out Rosa for the second time. That is strikeout number 4 total. And it brings on Richie Schaefer, the designated hitter. Schaefer out 4-3 on a smash past the mound in the second inning. Ball handcuffed Gamache, but Dan did what an infielder needs to do on a play like that, knock it down. He had time for the throw. Albie ready to go. Schaefer takes a ball outside, 1-0. Unofficially, 59 pitches for DeMassey tonight. Albaladejo has thrown 56. Toe-to-toe. Here's the pitch and a strike dealt. 1-1 on Schaefer. not necessarily the game we anticipated at the outset of the night, looking at the flags and the air conditions here, swing and a miss. But DeMasi and Albaladejo have both been incredibly sharp tonight. 2 strikes, the count to Richie Schaefer. Hector Gomez waits on deck. Albaladejo into his windup. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Did foul. And into the seats along the line. It cleared the screen over there. To react to those. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Albal chalks up number 5 here tonight. And with 2 gone, the batter is the third baseman, Gomez. Still scoreless here in High Point, North Carolina. It's all been about the pitching here tonight. And it's so good to see Jonathan Albaladejo in this type of form. To Gomez now, swinging a fly. Hit well, left field, retreating on it is room and makes the catch. Albie with a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom half of inning 5. Nothing across. We're done with 5 and no score.
Like a team needs pitchers, sluggers, relievers, and coaches to win games. Firefighters, drivers, and administrative help. Success fire companies nation as a well-team too through preparing and working together. See occur, local fire company help save lives and property. Maybe it's time you stepped up to bat and offered to hit a home run for your community. Go to becomeafirefighter.com. Sign up. You are taking a team.
The constant energy, the tight turns and bustle of the city. Some, others to the Lexus UX sport crossovers, crafted for the new frontier. 2000. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg.
MSRP excludes delivery, processing, and excludes taxes and optional equipment. Dealer price will vary.
Zach shooting off the stormer who sent his first time up. Heater inside to Zach. Ball 1-0 strike. Take high pointers. Alba and DeMasi. High pop fly foul, straight back behind home plate. And 1 to will follow. Lancaster getting runners up, but could not. Second base, that was in the 4th. A high out landing in for a base hit, a wide turn at first, and holding on as Marin fires it back in, but Shank aboard on the blue pit to start the Barnstorm with the leadoff man aboard for the second consecutive inning. Darian Sanford now game goes. It is. Sanford lay down another vice. He tried to last down, and that would press. Swing and a miss in the ball and one the count to Darian Sanford. And runner moving in, and we'll see if we ruling early or away. No, absolutely nothing. Next is the ball to base. Yeah, for sacrifice goes 1-3. That throw comes now in charge of driving in the run, and with the play now in the sixth inning, he is going to be batting against a drawn-in infield. Shank at third with one away. Do not have the ruling as of yet. Michael is batting, 1 ball, no strikes. Full wind in the pitch. Michael with a swing and a miss. It's 1-1. The Barnes. Last inning had a runner at third with 1 out. They have it again here. Still have not broken the ice. DeMasi fires. Martinez swings, and it's a high drive out the field. This will be playable for Marenkov. He will make the catch. Bagging off third is Shank the score. The Barnstorm lead here in the sixth inning on the Martinez sacrifice. Lancaster's up 1-0, and Michael getting the job done. Drive runner third. That was all it took, was a fly ball reasonably deep into the outfield. 2 outs with the bases empty. And the batter is second baseman Dan Gamache. Gamache is 0 for 2. Barnstormers with the lead, swinging a foul ball back. It is 0-1. I understand we may be having a technical issue or two here this evening. I will try to correct things in between innings here. Swing, and there's a ground ball bobbled for a moment by the second baseman Russell Hill, still to get Gamache. The out is 4-3. 1 run in the inning on 1 hit with no errors, and nobody is left on. We're through 5.5 with the score. The Lancaster Barnstormers 1 and the High Point Rockers nothing.
might fall apart. Oh, I'm not that is part of the Subaru Outdoor Experience down the road. Dice to roll and more. Trivia contests take place before every Saturday home game. Group bookings are available, so enjoy the games while at the game and come to the Subaru Outdoor Experience just below the Broken Bat deck.
Hi, this is Hall of Famer Carlton Fisk. Make your plans today to visit Cooperstown and the Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum.
There it goes, a long drive. If it stays fair, home run.
Reconnect with your memories of the game and make new memories with your family. Check out baseballhall.org today for more information.
Carlton Fisk had a lot of little boy in him right there, Joe.
National Baseball Hall of Fame and preserving history, honoring excellence, and connecting generations.
Didn't have an opportunity to switch things over between innings. Tyler Marinkov will lead off against Jonathan Albladeo. A swing and a foul ball back. Lancaster leads. Albie ahead of Marinkov at 0-1. The right-handed batting right. First time up tonight. Michael Martinez driving in his 28th run on a sac fly. There's a ground third. Knocked well to the back. Comes up firing. And that time it bounces away from him, and only the second base runner of the game for the high. Bell could only knock it down to the backhand, and Cove runs well enough. It'll be it, and you really can't argue it. First hit of Jonathan Albaladejo. Matt Jones, the catcher, to the plate. Ground 4-3. Back in the third inning. Albaladejo work on maybe a double play ground ball. It's grounded, and it is fair inside the third base line. Down the line, heading toward third, is Marinkov. Jones the second double. The third base bag. Runners at second and third with nobody out for the High Point Rockers. The Barnstormers are only 18 this year, award the first run of the game, and you always want to do that. But it just seems that this is the season where the Barnstormers, if they score, they have a tendency to give it right back. And now Albaladejo in plenty of runners at second and third, nobody out, just a couple of ground balls right down the line at third. Nothing terribly hard hit about either one. But now two in scoring position for Michael Russell, who has struck out looking and been hit by a pitch. We'll see what Albaladejo has in store to get out of this jam. Lancaster with action in the bullpen. First pitch strike on the outside corner to Russell. It is 0-1. Right-hander beginning to tune up. Albaladejo is still working his way back from the injury. He threw 6 pitches last time out against Southern Maryland. Swing another ground down the third base line, but this one is foul. And Albaladejo has Russell at no balls and 2 strikes. Bell got the glove on the first one, got the second. Infield single followed by a double. Oh, 0-2, the count to Russell. The infield is playing with the second runner in scoring position. There is a swing and a miss. The throw's going to have to go to first. It's there in time. Russell went on a pitch down low, and he is out 2-3. The runner's forced to hold. That is a big first out for Albie here in the 6th inning. His 6th strikeout total. And with 1 away, Miles Schroeder will come. Schroeder has been robbed by Darian Sand's sliding catch, and he has hit a ball to the right fielder. Second and third with 1 away. The corner infielders are a step ahead of where they would normally play. The middle infielders remain back. Here's the delivery from Bell. Line drive and fair down the right field line. This will score 2. Shank will collect it. Sprinting for second is Schroeder. He is in with a double ahead of the Shank throw, which was right on line to Martinez. Miles Schroeder has tortured the Barnstormers throughout the season. He doubles in 2 here in the 6th inning. He takes a 2-1 lead. He pulled it over the head of Casey Hobson. It was fair by 5-6 feet down the right field line. An easy double. He has now driven in 10 of his 27 runs against the Barnstormers. Schroeder now in scoring position as High Point takes a 2-1 lead. Albaladejo has lost not only the no-hitter, but the shutout now here in the 6th inning. And the batter is Tyler Leidendorf, who has struck out and flied out the left. Albaladejo looking back to second. He'll come to the plate, and his fastball reaches the outside corner for a called strike. It is 0-1. All it took for High Point was a little crack in the dam, and now the water is flooding through. Albie no-hit the Rockers for the first 5 innings, but now he's given up 3 here in the 6th, all down the stripes. Leidendorf at 0-1. Albaladejo works from the stretch. Schroeder leads from second, doesn't go. The pitch is a ball outside, and the count levels now at 1-1. A glance back once again by Albaladejo. The next offering onto the outside edge. Leidendorf back. The on-deck batter is Quincy Lattimore. Albaladejo trying to cut off the Rockers at just 2 runs here in the 6th inning. Again, the Barnstormers have just taken the lead in the top of the inning on the sac fly by Martinez. Here's the offering, swing and a miss. That puts away Leidendorf, second out of the inning. And strikeout number 7 for Jonathan Albaladejo, the Atlantic League's single season record holder, 3 years. Now Lattimore steps in. He has popped up and he is grounded out. He is 0 for 2. Albaladejo delivers. Breaking ball is down and away. Ball 1, no strikes. Albaladejo working on another Barnstormers quality start. John Anderson threw one last night. Jared Lakin had one on Sunday. Kyle Davies on Saturday. John Anderson to wrap up the Somerset series last Thursday. The starting pitchers are getting the job done. Quincy Lattimore ahead. Ball 1, no strikes. Schroeder, the runner at second with 2 away. Here's the motion. Albie to the plate. That bounces, knocked down nicely by Morin. Ball 2. And no strikes. Here's the motion, the offering, swing, and that ball is lined deep to left center field. Racing back on it is Sanford. It's over his head and bounces out of the ballpark for a ground rule double, but the Rockers have taken a 3-1 lead. Their 4th hit, their 3rd double of the inning. Quincy Lattimore with the ground left center field. And one thing they may want to do, since it's happened now 3 times in this series, is find a way to temper the bounces on the warning track. It's the 3rd time a ball has bounced out of the yard, and it's far more exciting to watch the runners go and the outfielders try to get the ball back in than it is to watch the ball hop over the fence. So here is the first baseman, Rosa. He takes a ball down and away, 1-0. Jonathan Albaladejo, magnificent through the first 5 innings, and he's had some positive moments here in the sixth, but he's given up 3 doubles and 3 runs here to go along with the infield base hit. Now he is outside and low, and the count to Rosa goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Richie Schaefer, the designated hitter, waits on deck. Lancaster has had some action in the bullpen. Albaladejo brings it home and 3 balls and nothing. Next offering, swung on, lashed, base hit up the middle. Sprinting around is Lattimore. He will score, and it's 1. Rosa singles into center, the 4th run of the inning. Albaladejo may have simply run out of steam here tonight. Ross Peoples now on his way with Richie Schaefer due. Albaladejo doesn't walk anybody. He strikes out 7. He has a no-hitter for 5 innings. It all crumbles in the 6th. Lancaster will go to the bullpen trailing 4-1 here in the bottom half of the 6th inning.
Tuxedo Tour and Travel, your go-to motor coach bus company. So motor coach needs, from day trips to multi-day excursions, trips to New York, Baltimore, Washington, D.C., San Francisco, and all points in between. We can provide you with an itinerary or fulfill all your trips' transportation needs, providing casino trips monthly. Go to www.tuxedotour.com or give us a call at 717-269-3124.
Picking one thing over the other can be hard.
Toast or avocado toast?
Ooh, 4 or 5-inch heels.
But with pick games from the Pennsylvania Lottery, drawn twice daily, picking's as easy as 2, 3, 4, or 5. Plus, add Wild Ball to any pick game for even more chances to win. It's simple.
Hey, what'll it be? Give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add Wild Ball. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Play pick games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Four runs on the board for the High Point Rockers here in the bottom of the 6th inning to take a 4-1 lead. Pedro Echemendia takes over for Jonathan Albaladejo. Richie Schaefer steps in. Albie had him at 0 for 2. There has been a ruling change. A hit taken off the board for Marenkov leading off the inning. Bell charged with an error, and that means only one of the 4 runs is earned. The first pitch is outside, and ball 1 to Schaefer, 1-0. Echemendia, the winning pitcher here on Monday, and he's gone 4 innings now as a Barnstormer without allowing a run. Got the lone runner at Rosa at first base. The pitch is outside to Schaefer for ball 2. It is 2-0. Echemendia did not face Schaefer here on Monday night. Runner leads off first, 2 outs in the inning, both on strikes. Here is the offering, swing and a miss. Schaefer took a healthy cut. Now it is 2-1. The only run that's earned was scored by Jones. Four hits, 1 error, leading to the 4 runs this inning. Schaefer bats 2 balls, 1 strike here in the lower half of the 6th. Defense back with 2 men out in the end. Here is the delivery, swinging a foul ball, rifled back into the net. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. The count on Schaefer. Hector Gomez, held hitless so far tonight, is due next if Schaefer keeps the inning going. Schaefer hails from Charlotte, which is an hour and a half or so from here. Maybe not even that much. North to south, North Carolina is not that big of a state. Low and outside, 3-2. Rosa 181 miles only from the Virginia line to the South Carolina line. West to east is a totally different story. Goes on for hundreds of miles. Hobson drops back, runner goes, 3-2 pitch is hit in the air to right field, not all that deep. Jogging in Shank, Zach sets up and makes the catch for the final out. However, it's a big inning for High Point, picking up 4 runs on 4 hits, 3 of them doubles, 1 error that got it all underway, and there was 1 man left on base. We're through 6 at BB&T Point. The Rockers lead by a score of 4-1.
Like craft beers? Well, the best place to be in Lancaster then is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right. Celebrate baseball or just a night with your friends at the Broken Bat Deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat features more than 20 local craft breweries and product from a local winery. Food is sold off a pub-style menu. And new for 2019, there will be a trivia contest every Saturday evening beginning at 5, hosted by Cheaters Never Prosper. So get together, hang out with your friends, make some new ones, and enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with a Barnstormers game.
Tuxedo Tour and Travel. If you want to be there, we'll get you there. New York, Washington. We service all casinos, day trips, or multi-day excursions. Lebanon's #1 tour bus company, providing monthly casino trips. Sands of Bethlehem, Resort of Atlantic City, Mohegan Sun of Pocono Downs. Go to www.tuxedotour.com or give us a call, 717-269-3124.
4 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and just 2 left for the Rockers. The Barnstormers a run on 2 hits with an error, and Lancaster is stranded just 2. Caleb Gindel leads off the 7th against Dominic DeMasi. Gindel tonight 2. The pitch to Caleb is bounded foul just off to the first base side. DeMasi just threw his 67th pitch of the ball game. Oh, the High Point bullpen just below me might only be used if the Barnstormers rally, not because DeMasi is getting tired. Outside for a ball to Gindel, 1-1. DeMasi has actually walked 2 here tonight. He put Hobson on in the 2nd and again in the 5th inning. KC waiting on deck. 1-1, the count again. Motion and to Caleb. Bounder foul just wide of David, the coach's box. We get to 1-2. DeMasi has been brilliant. So was Albaladejo for the first 5 innings. And then 3 doubles. 4 runs in the lower half of the 6th. Gindel ground toward the middle, but by the shortstop Leidendorf, he fires on. Gindel retired. 1 gone in the 7th inning. First baseman Casey Hobson will come to the plate. Again, he has walked twice so far tonight. We had an amazing pitcher's duel for the first 5 innings tonight. Only one hit between the two ball clubs in a 0-0 ball game, but now High Point has taken charge at 4-1. The Barnstormers able to a run earned, by the way, charged to Massey, went from first to second. We never did get that ruling until just recently. It was a pass ball. Swung on and missed by Hobson. He is down a strike. Part of the problem with being down here in the hinterlands is there's really no access to the official scorer. If you have a question, like, you have to wait for it to be posted online. And swings and nicks that foul at the plate. It is quickly 0-2 on the Lancaster first baseman, who is a North Carolina resident from, again, the eastern corner of the state, Rocky Point, down around Wilmington. Fastball up and away. Ball 1, 2 strikes. DeMassey getting the signal. He is ready to go. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Hobson is gone. That is strikeout number 5 for Dominic DeMassey. 2 outs. Andrew Applin will step in. Applin has grounded into a double play and laid down a bunt. The rest of the games in the Atlantic League are all tight tonight, just like the races. Somerset has gone ahead of New Britain. It is 4-3 in the top of the 5th inning. Sugar Land has all but caught Long Island. The Ducks are up 4-3 in the bottom of the 4th, and it is 2-1. York at Southern Maryland just in the bottom of the 3rd. They must have been held up by rain. Here's a pitch to Applin, and a strike is called. 0-1. DeMassey has been brilliant. The Barnstormers have managed only singles by Gindel and Shank along the way tonight. Oh, 0-1. Applin with a swing and a miss again. And DeMassey has him at 0-2. 2 of the 5 strikeouts for the right-hander coming back-to-back in the 5th inning after the Barnstormers put runners at 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. Applin gets a pitch into the so-called dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, this entire surface is artificial. Not just the grass areas, but the mound, the plate area, the base paths, the bullpens, the warning track, everything. And to Applin. Massey just misses, and it's ball 2, 2-2. Lancaster down by 3, top half of the 7th inning. Barnstormers pulled out the Monday night ball game, but this club has had difficulty winning throughout this first half, and they're looking for a change sometime soon. Ball 3 is outside, a full count. 3-2 to Applin with 2 outs, nobody on. DeMassey into his motion. The payoff to Applin. Swing and a miss, and that is 6 for the right-hander. Nothing across in the Lancaster 7th inning. We're at the stretch tonight here at High Point, North Carolina. The Rockers leading by a score of 4-1.
And representing tonight's 7th inning stretch is brought to you by McDonald's of High Point.
Just like a baseball team needs pitchers, sluggers, relievers, and coaches to win games, a company needs firefighters, drivers, fire police officers, and administrative help to be successful. To function as a well-oiled team, and through training, preparing, working together like a team in an emergency, your local fire company responds to help save lives and property. It's time you stepped up to bat to hit a home run for your local Lancaster County Fire Company. Go A firefighter. Sign up and take a swing for the fences. Join the Lancaster County Fire Service team.
Enjoy baseball and stay in shape. The Lancaster Barnstormers have a great package for our more experienced fans to do both. The Silver Stormers package is open to all fans 55 and above. Get a ticket to all Tuesday home games. Take a walk around our beautiful stadium during the day on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And get a Silver Stormers t-shirt to sport to all of these events. The Silver Stormers is presented by Audiology and Hearing Aid Center. Sign up today at the stadium or at barnstormers.com.
Barnstormers will stick with, well, they have right-hander Christian Meister on. That may have been him to close out the last inning. From here, 39 and 20 in these black uniforms look the same. So I'll check the official record of the game. I'm sorry about that, but I'm so far away that, and at an angle, all I'm seeing is the pitchers from behind. It's definitely Meister out there now. That I can assure you. Ketchum and Dia that got the final out last inning. I'm not that crazy. So it's Meister in for the bottom of the seventh. Tall right-hander, hard thrower from Tacoma, Washington. Christian appearing in his sixth ball game. He's allowed 4 hits, but 8 walks in 4 1/3 innings. It'll be tough when he throws strikes. Hector Gomez 0 for 2 against him. Meister's first pitch is driven out the left field. Coming on is Applin. An easy play for the left fielder. 1 down. And it's conceivable that going streak against the Barnstormers to an end. He may turn at the plate, depending on how this game goes. Tyler Marinko will step in. Marinko on the air began the cascade back in the 6th inning. Again, initially they put a hit up on the board. That got changed, and Bell was charged with an error. Meister deals fastball to the inside corner for strike 1. The ball was hit to JB's backhand. He knocked it down, picked it back up. His throw low, got away from Hobson, but it wouldn't have been in time to get Marinko by then anyway. A check swing on a pitch away. He did not go. This tosses on the appeal. It is 1 ball, 1 strike here, 1 away. Bottom half of the 7th inning at BB&T Point. The story this evening, for the most part, has been the work of Dominic DeMasi. High and tight. And a second called strike on Marinko. It may have glanced foul off his bat. Here's a pitch. Down and away for ball 2. It is 2-2. I'm trying to determine the source of the clanging sound. I hear it as well as you do. And it may be coming from a couple of skyboxes down. I actually have the crowd microphone set up on a railing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The plate, cut on, and Marinko stays in. It is ceased for the moment. Bottom of inning 7 tonight. We've got 1 more here at High Point, and then open up the first half final series against the York Revolution over the weekend. High Point, meanwhile, will entertain Somerset in here, and it will be the Patriots' first visit to this new facility. Way outside, 3-2 on Marinko. And we'll see what Brett Jody and crew might think. Three balls, 2 strikes. Meister to the plate, fouled back, and the count will
if you're looking for 3D glasses for the fire are available.
Fireworks to fire are pretty full tonight at B Point. But here is that everybody that is here to enjoy baseball, 4th of July fireworks, Americana, will back regularly and with them. Because this is a wonderful place to sit and watch a ball game. Ball 4 to Marin Cove. 1 out base runner, first walk issued by a Barnstormer pitcher tonight. The is 1 for 2 with a run scored. The Barnstormers will set the infield up at double play depth. The Barnstormers need, I think, to catch lightning in a bottle. And by that I mean somebody to come in here offensively as much as anything else and set the world on fire right away. Andrew Applin, we've seen it defensively, but at the plate he's 1 for 9. We need that guy to come in and just take over and carry this ball club for a couple of days. And I think it's needed soon. Now, that could be Mercedes or Hood once they're activated. Runner goes. The pitch is out. No chance for Morin. It would have been a wild pitch anyway, but Marin Cove will get the stolen base 6th. Runner moves into scoring position with a count of 1 ball and 1 strike to Jones. All in all, a decent outing for Jonathan Albaladejo tonight, at least until the friction in the 6th. He was sensational for the first 5. Somebody is banging the railing way down. Runner heads for third. Meister will throw to Bell, and the throw gets away down the left field line. Here comes Marin Cove to score, and it is now 5-1 in favor of High Point. A stolen base, and then Marin Cove started way too early, but Meister's throw to Bell was high and off the third baseman's glove. An error will be charged and will be the 2nd of the ball game. The question is, do they give Marin Cove the steal of third base? And he is around to score, and to whom the error will be charged there is debatable. In any event, 1 out, the bases are empty. Jones standing in, Meister to the plate, swinging a foul ball back. And we go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. All right, took care of the problem. Microphone off railing. 1 and 2. To the plate, it's fouled off. The count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. High Point now leading 5-1 in a ball game where the Rockers did not have a base hit in the first 5 innings. Meister will bring it home, and that had plenty on it, but outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Meister, very good friends with Scott Schumann. Schumann made the adaptation to his delivery a few years back to enable him to throw more strikes, and we've seen the results. Meister, a hard thrower just like Schumann, may need to do something similar. Ball 3 is outside, 3 and 2. He definitely has a live arm. No question about that. 3-2 with 1 out, and the base is empty, a run home. And the payoff pitch. He got him, a swing and a miss. Jones goes down, 2nd out of the inning. 8th strikeout for Lancaster pitching tonight. And that brings on the top of the order, the 2nd baseman, Michael Russell. I'm still not able to tell you to whom the error was charged or whether or not Marin Cove got a 2nd stolen base. Meister looked like he had him with any kind of a throw. Inside and high, ball one, but he put it in a place where even if Josh Bell had taken the throw, I am not sure that he could have gotten the tag down. If that throw leads Bell anywhere near the bag instead of high and behind him, they had Tyler Marenkov. Outside, ball two. It is 2-0. But the Barnstormers are now down by 4 with 2 outs in the home half of the 7th inning. Bell, Morin, and Shank are due up in the 8th for Lancaster. Meister to the plate. That is cut on and fouled back. 2-1 to the leadoff batter, Russell. He has struck out twice tonight and also been hit by a pitch. Albaladejo started to fight back in the 6th inning with the strikeout of Russell. He still had the 1-0 lead with runners at second and third and 1 out until Miles Schroeder got to him for the 2-run double to the right field line. Lined out to right field in for a base hit. Up with it on a bounce is Shank. Russell scored. The 5th hit overall for the High Pointers. Miles Schroeder to the plate. 13 for 26 with 10 runs batted in the season series. He's almost taken over from Hector Gomez. The two of them were quite the 1-2 punch opening weekend in Lancaster. And they've kept it going. Runner at first base, Russell. Meister to the plate. Is swung on and missed by Schroeder. 0-1. There goes the runner, swing and a miss. And Morin can't get off a throw. Second stolen base for Russell tonight, 3rd total for the High Point Rockers. Another runner has moved into scoring position. Miles Schroeder will look to pick up another run as High Point has all but put this game out of reach in the late innings. And it may be 3 stolen bases this inning and 4 for the game. We have not been able to make that determination. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Schroeder backs away. Christian Meister will bring it home. That misses high and outside. Russell in scoring position with 2 away. Here's the delivery. Good looking breaking ball. And that, in fact, is strike 3 on Miles Schroeder, closing out the inning. The Meister fans 2, but he gives up 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. We're at the end of 7 here at BB&T Point. It is 5-1 in favor of the Rockers.
Localflavor.com, local flavor, localflavor.com, local flavor.
Excuse me.
On all kinds of things. Home improvement projects. Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine?
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your phone thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is amazing. Look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again. I'm in.
Localflavor.com. Local Flavor. Come on, everybody. Localflavor.com. Local Flavor. Localflavor.com. Local Flavor.
Left-hander Brian Clark tuning up in the bullpen for the High Point Rockers, but in the meantime, the ball game still is in the hands of Dominic DeMasi. He faces Josh Bell leading off the top of the 8th inning. DeMasi working on a 2-hitter, and the run is unearned that has been charged to him. First pitch to Bell is wide. It is ball 1-0, and unofficially, that was just the 81st pitch of the game. Next offering, Bell with a soft pop-up to the third baseman, Gomez. Easy play, 1 out. Here in the 8th inning, Parker Morin, the catcher, comes to the plate. Morin is 0 for 2. Barnstormers with just 4 more games after tonight before we get to the second half. Lancaster is 5 outs away from sliding to 23-41. Perhaps there is a 2015-like turnaround in store. That was a miserable first half as well. And the second half was the best half in the history of the franchise. Inside and low to Morin, forcing him out of the way. Ball 1 and no strikes. Realistically, there is no need to pull DeMasi unless Jamie Keefe wants to get some others work. Right-hander has the signal, and Morin swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike, a 5-1 ball game. Lancaster scored first, but the Barnstormers have done nothing since that 6th inning. As a matter of fact, if you include the sacrifice bunt and the sacrifice fly that helped to build the 6th, DeMasi has retired 7 in a row. Second time in the game, he's retired that many consecutively. Fouled away by Morin. Parker stays in with the count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Rockers, the Vegas Golden Knights of the Atlantic League, an expansion team that is potentially playoff bound anyway in its first season. Swinging a ball just nicked foul by Morin. He stays alive at 1-2. Bell was charged with the error on that play in the 7th inning, and Marenkov is charged with a caught stealing. Swing and a miss. Down goes Morin for the second time tonight. 7 strikeouts for DeMasi. Zach Shank, the batter. Shank is 1 for 2, and he has scored the lone Lancaster run. He's the only right-handed batter in the lineup. The only other hit belongs to Gindel. It was much sharper than Shank's. 2 outs, nobody on in the 8th inning as Zach steps in. First pitch strike, it is 0-1. Something is potentially lagging behind here because we finally just got that ruling on Marenkov's run. Line drive out the left, and Shank has himself a base hit, his second. Well, maybe Ross should take note if the Barnstormers face DeMasi again at any point in the near future. The next series between these two ball clubs, by the way, will be in Lancaster. But we get DeMasi again, perhaps use more right-handed hitters. Shank is 2 for 3. Zach, a base runner with 2 outs here in the 8th. Darian Sanford, the batter. Sanford 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. In fact, his last 2 plate appearances, he's laid down almost identical bunts, but the first time was for a base hit, the second time with the intent to sacrifice. 1-0, the count on Darian Sanford. It is 5-1 High Point with play in the top half of the 8th inning here at BB&T Point. The delivery is a strike. It is 1-1. You talk about the area this ballpark is in. It's not depressed. It's not scary. You don't feel threatened walking the streets at all. But it's just there's nothing here. And a second strike to Sanford, 1-2. They're trying to rebuild this neighborhood. Ballpark's part of it. They're expecting shops and apartment complexes. It's not intimidating to walk back to the hotel at all. One ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Sanford cuts on that and he misses. Strikeout number 8 for Dominic DeMasi. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning here at BB&T Point. It is High Point 5, Lancaster 1.
There's a new force in town. Know any young baseball fans? Make sure they're a part of the Storm Force Kids Club presented by Commonwealth Charter Academy. For only $25, kids receive 12 tickets. To go with the tickets, the Storm Force members will get a backpack, a t-shirt, an invitation to Silo's birthday party, and a chance to meet Barnstormer players over a bowl of ice cream, plus a lot more. What's better than that? Sign up at LancasterBarnstormers.com or stop by the stadium to get those kids involved.
Picking one thing over the other can be hard.
Toast or avocado toast.
Ooh, 4 or 5-inch heels.
But with pick games from the Pennsylvania Lottery, drawn twice daily, picking's as easy as 2, 3, 4, or 5. Plus, add Wild Ball to any pick game for even more chances to win. It's
Hey, what'll it be? Give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add Wild Ball. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Play pick games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and Tyler Ledendorf will be leading off against Garrett Granitz, the 4th right-hander used by Lancaster here tonight. Christian Meister worked left. He gave up a base hit and a walk, struck out, and the run to him unearned. Granitz misses with his first pitch to Ledendorf. It is ball 1, no strikes. Ledendorf 0 for 3 on the only 1 earned run given up by the Barnstormers. Inside, 2-0. The Ledendorf. High Point in charge, 5-1. Martinez, Gamache, and Gindel scheduled in the 9th inning. That down at the moment. Ball foul. Ross Peoples on the dugout steps makes the play. 2-1. He was ready to throw him out. 2 balls, 1 strike. Right-handed batter all the way. Man who's been in the big leagues. Takes that submarine toss from Granite's inside. 3 balls and a strike. Granitz will bring it home. He is high, ball 4. Ladendorf reaches on the leadoff walk. Second base on ball by Lancaster pitching. Quincy Lattimore stepping in. Lattimore with a double back in the 6th inning. 2 base hit at a 3-1 game. Lined and caught in foul territory by Hobson, holding the run. Lattimore cheated that foul line drive. KC able to latch on. If there's no base runner, there's no chance to make that play. Yes, Sergi Rosa steps in with 1 out and the runner at base. Foul drive. You don't see those caught too often. First pitch, good for a strike. 0-1 from Garrett Granitz. His 24th game. Of course, now been starts. No record and a 5.33. Swing and a miss. Granitz has Rosa 0-2. Rosa singled in the 4th run in that 6th inning. I get to move back behind home plate for tomorrow night's game, I am told. Granitz comes over the top and misses high and outside. Uses that pretty much only when he gets to 2 strikes. One, 2 on the lefty batting Rosa. Granitz dips down here. The pitch is sliced foul the other way. Not within reach of anyone, whether a player or a patron here. Ball and hasn't been up vicious far here in the 8th inning. Granit's over again, and that is tagged to right. Deep shank goes back, can't get it. He just stop it back in to a single. Right field goes a up. Back shank, who almost got the. Didn't let that ball get past him. Wonderfully in the runners are now at first and frustrated hitters in. He hit 3. Broke game here in the 8th. Ladendorf at 3rd. Rosa at 1st. Under comes Granitz. He is high. Ball 1 and no strikes. Waits on deck, and he may have a chance to extend his versus Lancaster hitting streak after all. Granitz brings it home. This is popped up foul over the first base seats. A ball and a strike that count to Schaefer. Lancaster with Kyle Davies on the hill tomorrow. He's 4-5 sets 5-4 for the run and a miss. Schaefer trails at 1-2. There is a chance we could get some rain tomorrow, so it could be a longer than planned evening. Driven out the right field again. Underneath this one and make the catch, but here comes Ladendorf to score, jogging home on the Schaefer sacrifice fly. It is now 6-1. Rose at first base, and the hitter will be Hector Gomez. He gets that extra chance. Granitz is nicked for an earned run here in the 8th inning. High Point has scored 3 straight innings since the Barnstormers scored the first run of the night. Hector Gomez stands in, swinging a foul ball away. No balls, 1 strike. It's actually not been a bad night to sit out here just about, well, basically we are in the outfield right above the High Point Rockers bullpen. It's Okay, a little warm and humid, but that doesn't bother me. Bounding ball foul. It's 0-2. I'm not being attacked by mosquitoes. That could happen in these conditions, but it's not. It's an odd view of the game, but we're making it work. 0-2. Granites from over the top deals, and it's wrapped to the shortstop Martinez. An underhanded feed very quickly to Gamache. That ends the 8th inning, but another run scores. It does so on one hit, no errors, and there was one runner left on base. So we get to the 9th inning. It's pretty much been all High Point here. The Rockers leading 6-1.
Don't strike out when in need of new cars in East Petersburg. Home Dealer is all about. For the best brands at the best prices. Plus, deliver, install, and service everything we sell. Don't get burned by another chain store taking your money and then going out of business. Come to the place who has been helping Leicester County for 70 years. Your hometown dealer making the best brand hours in East Petersburg.
Around since 1933, but did degrees in more than just Bible? LBC offers degrees in criminal justice, business, professional, as well as graduate degrees, care, chaplaincy, education, and leadership studies. To learn more about LBC and the programs they offer, visit lbc.edu. c.edu.
Nick DeMasi with the 12-9 tonight. He's facing Martinez, Gamandel, and then any Taylor is warming again. Martinez is there's only run of the game on a sacrifice. 6th. He is 0 for 2 others. Is down and in. Ball 1. The right out 3 hits. Is 1-8. 1 ball, no has switched left, and he makes it unofficially. That is pitch number 95. Again, State grew up in Georgia. Cleveland's farmhand. Deliver. He's got Martinez at 1-2. Dan Gamache, hitless to waits on deck. Shank has 2 of the 3 hits, Gindel the other. Casey Hobson started the night on a 6-game hitting streak. If somebody can get on, he'll get a chance this inning. Ball 2 is outside. Casey has walked twice and struck out. Greg Golson has the longest active streak on the club at 7, but he's in and out of the lineup. Here is the pitch from DeMasi. Martinez and misses. That not. DeMasi looking for a 10K performance. Dan Gamache stepping in. At 9 strikeouts is the Point Rockers record very early in the history of the franchise. David Kubiak struck back on the 10th of May. DeMasi's first pitch to Gamache is scalded. There, backhanded stop by first base, not in time. Russell dove up the middle, knocked it down, scrambled, through to first. Gamache is on with the Barnstormers' 4th base hit of the game. A close play at first as Russell scrambled to try and make the throw to time, but he didn't get it there. Caleb Gindel, the designated hitter, comes to the plate. Caleb is 1 out of 3. The Barnstormers get a man on here in the top half of the 9th inning. Gindel digs in. Here's the pitch. Caleb with a ground ball to right field, a seeing eye base hit. Gamache will take the gamble and go to third, but there will be no throw. Caleb Gindel aboard. Runners are at the corners for Hobson. And KC will get that chance here in the 9th inning. The question is, the Damasi or and with a double play still in order, not to take the Damasi in the game, but they are not. That will be it for the right-hander. Coming out at 8 1/3 innings. A beautiful ball game for Dominic Damasi, but Lancaster does put together a threat here in the top half of the 9th. And one of their lefty aces out of the bullpen, Brian Clark, will take here. It is 6-1 High Point. Back Casey Hobson in a moment.
The constant energy, the tight turns and bustle of the city. Some survive it, others were made to conquer it. The first ever Lexus UX and UX crossovers are crafted for those who were made for the city. UX. See Bobby? Expert.
Delivery, processing, and handling fee of $1,025, which may be subject to change at any time. Excludes taxes, title, license, and optional equipment. Dealer price will vary.
Got Tuxedo Tour and Travel does, providing Lebanon County and surrounding areas with quality coach bus service. Our mission, to provide quality motor coach service to all our customers and family. Need a coach bus? Go to www.tuxedotour.com or give us a call, 717-269-3124.
Brian Clark into the game to face Casey Hobson in the top half of the 9th inning. The left-hander from Scioto, 20th game, he has a 0.4 average. He and Asher Tolliver have two lefties, 2 of the 3 out of the bullpen. They also have Chase Hutchinson, remember. Hobbs is our 1-0 strikes. Gamai first out in the top of the Barnstormers need 5 to get back in the game. Trailing 6-1. Take their Hobson is low. KC with the edge, 2-0. Andrew Applin, another left-handed batter, waiting on deck, but you do have Greg Golson available off the bench from Anderson De La Rosa. Ross does count to Casey Hobson. Here is the pitch, swinging a foul back, good-looking rip for Hobson. Mike Damasi goes 8, allowing at this point an unearned run. 2 struck out 9. Two balls and a strike to Hobson. Clark lets it go. This is a ways into the middle of the infield. The Rockers converge on it. The first baseman Rosa makes the catch. That's the second out. It's left up to Applin if he indeed. It looks 1 out left for the Rockers to procure the. Applin is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt, and this for him to get reps right As Ross Peoples tries to build for the second half. Swing and a miss against the lefty. No balls and a strike. Pair of ground ball base hits. Chase the starter, DeMassey. Clark working to Applin. Here is the 0-1. Strike two. Lancaster down to a final strike here tonight. High Point looking for victory number 39. This has been quite a baseball for the Atlantic League's fledgling franchise. The pitch is 1-2. Some tied tonight. Long Island run, and York is beating Sterling. These look like they're going down. Conceivable. Plate. Applin keeps it back in three to the Kessler continues at one. Barnstormers live. 1-2 to Applin. The pitch. Ground toward the middle. The shortstop is there. Can't get off a throw. And a run will score. Playing at Hull. Leidendorf got there to the side of second base. Well on the field portion of the turf. Could not get off a throw. Base hit for Applin is Atlantic League RBI. Come on home. Now L steps in from the right side. Tying run is on the on-deck circle. Gindel at second, Applin at first with 2 gone. That run is to DeMassey, his first earned run. 3 ground ball. Now smashed to short. But on the money. And the game, Lancaster picks up 1 run here in the 9th inning on 3 hits, no errors. They leave 2. We'll have the line totals for you in just a moment. Our final score tonight, the High Point Rockers 6 and the Lancaster Barnstormers 2.
The Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum is a place with thousands of stories to be told. A place to relive baseball's greatest moments, share them with future generations. It's a place to experience our history. Cooper is a nation with something for the our your memories to share. National Ball Museum in Cooper's.
Baseball night for Magazine State. Monday nights, Roast Pavilion, courtesy of Hess's Barbecue. Tonight is all-you-can-eat chicken and ribs in the pavilion, or all-you-can-eat tacos in the Bobby Rahal Lexus Suite. Wednesday nights are Wiener Wednesdays with $1 Burke's hot dogs from the main concession stands, or all-you-can-eat wings from Joe's Wings and Wieners upstairs. Call 717-509-HITS to order your tickets, or go to LancasterBarnstormers.com. And we'll see you at the ballpark. Well, the Lancaster Barnstormers drop a 6-2 decision tonight to the High Point Rockers in the third game of this four-game
4th of July week series. 6 runs, 6 hits, no errors for High Point. The Rockers stranded 4. They did not have a base hit for the first 5 innings against Jonathan Albaladejo. For the Barnstormers, 2 runs, 6 hits with 2 errors. They were both costly, and 5 runners left on base. The win to Dominic Damasi. He'll be known as the Dominator before long here in High Point. He goes to 3-1. Jonathan Albaladejo, brilliant for 5 innings, but he absorbs the loss tonight to go to 1-4. No save for Brian Clark. The lead was a couple of runs too big when he entered the ball game. There were no home runs here tonight. 2 hours, 23 minutes, time of the game. And the crowd at BB&T Point this evening, 1,104, enjoying baseball and fireworks here in North Carolina. 6-2, the final score. We'll be back with the wrap-up show coming your way next on the Lancaster Barnstormers YouTube channel.
Just like a baseball team needs pitchers, sluggers, and coaches to win games, a fire company needs firefighters, drivers, officers, and administrative help to be successful. Fire companies need to function as a well-oiled team too, through training, preparing, and working together like a team. Your local fire company responds to help save lives and property. Maybe it's time you stepped up to bat and offered to hit a home run for your community. Go to becomeafirefighter.org and sign up. You won't regret taking a swing for the fences. Join the fire service team.
The constant energy, the tight turns and bustle of the city. Some survive it, others were made to conquer it. The first ever Lexus and UX F-Sport crossovers, crafted for the new frontier. UX, starting at $32,000. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg.
MSRP excludes delivery, processing, and handling fee of $1,025, which may be subject to change at any. Excludes taxes, title, license, and optional equipment.
For the first 4 innings tonight, Jonathan Albaladejo and Dominic Damasi held the opposition without a base hit. Caleb Ginnell broke the ice with a leadoff single into right field in the 5th inning. Lancaster advanced runners to 2nd and 3rd there with 1 out, but could not score. Jonathan Albaladejo threw the 5th hitless inning to send us to the 6th scoreless. The blue single down the right got it started. He would take 2nd on a pass ball. Arian Sanford moved him to 3rd with a sacrifice bunt. Michael drove home the run with a sacrifice fly to right field. So Albaladejo had the 1-0, the bottom half of inning 6. The first batter, Tyler Marenkov, hit a ground ball toward the 3rd base line to the backhand of Josh Bell. Bell knocked it down, couldn't make the play. He was charged with an error, and the floodgates opened. Matt Jones then did get a ground ball and down the 3rd base line for a double, sending Marenkov to 3rd. Michael Russell struck out. It looked like Albie could fight his way back, but then Miles Schroeder doubled home a pair of runs. Tyler Ladendorf out for the 2nd out of the inning. Quincy Latimer, though, launched a ground rule double to left center field. That 3-1. And Sergi Rosa singled to center field for a 4-1 lead. Single run scored off the Barnstormers bullpen, an unearned run off Christian Mike's 7th, an earned run off of Garrett Granitz in the 8th. The Barnstormers pieced together 3 singles in the 9th inning to produce their 2nd run of the night, as Andrew Applin, his first Atlantic League RBI, and his 2nd hit, he singled home Dan Gamache with Lancaster's 2nd run of the ball game. But the Barnstormers never really got all that close. They lose by the final score tonight of 6-2. The other Atlantic League games have all been close this evening, and we'll see which way the scales tip. Somerset and New Britain at 5 in the top half of the 8th inning at New Britain Stadium. They're in the bottom of the 7th now at Bethpage Ballpark. The Ducks lead the Sugar Land Skeeters 4-3. York is up 3-1 over Southern Maryland with play just in the bottom half of the 6th inning. So if Long Island holds and York holds, then the lead for Sugar Land is merely a game and a half in the Freedom Division. The magic number would stay 2 going into tomorrow night. Sugar Land just 3 games left in the half, and for the York Revolution, 4 games remaining, including the final at Clipper Magazine Stadium. High Point temporarily is closed to within 1 game of Somerset, 1.5 of Long Island, with those resulting here tonight. The Major League score, haven't even an opportunity, was rather breathlessly, but in the big leagues tonight, they're in the 9th inning at Nats Park with Washington leading Miami 3-0. 6th inning of play in Pittsburgh. The Pirates and the Cubs are knotted at 3. Toronto and Boston in a 3-6 north of the border. Cincinnati Reds on a 1-0 and a Yasiel Puig home run is nothing over the Brewers in the bottom of the 7th. Tampa Bay and Baltimore are a 3-3 battle. They're in the top of the 7th inning. At Citi Field, the Yankees lead the crosstown Mets 4-1. Philadelphia down 7-2 to the Atlanta Braves in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Bryce Harper does have a home run. The Chicago White Sox 7-5, a final score over the Detroit Tigers today. They're in the bottom half of the in Texas, and the LA Angels with a 4-0 lead. The Angels still grieving, but looking for their second spin since the passing of their left-handed starter, Tyler Skaggs. Second game of a doubleheader, Detroit leading the White through 3. It is 4-1. Houston over Colorado. Play is in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. 1-0 Cleveland over Kansas City through 2.5. Minnesota at Oakland just about to get underway. Likewise, San Francisco at San Diego. Later on, St. Louis visits Seattle. Arizona is in LA to take on the Dodgers. One more left in this series, our second trip to High Point in just 2 weeks, and the Rockers have taken 2 out of 3. Point leads the season series 7-2. The Barnstormers dropping a 6-2 decision to the Rockers here this evening as Dominic DeMasi comes within 2 outs of going the distance here on the 3rd of July. Gives up 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned with 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. The final 2 outs going to left-handed reliever Brian Clark. Jonathan Albaladejo, super through 5 innings. He faded in the 6th. Series finale coming up tomorrow night. We'll be on the air, if you will, here in cyberspace at 6:15 with the Gockenauer Home Appliances Dugout Report. The play-by-play action will follow. Kyle Davies taking the hill for the Barnstormers. He is 4-5, and it will be Seth Simmons 5-4 working for the High Point Rockers. Join us tomorrow night. Until then, have a happy and safe 4th of July. Enjoy your hot dogs. Enjoy your apple pie. Enjoy whatever other summer foods you prefer. And the Barnstormers will be back home on Friday night. So until then, for all the cast and crew at Clipper Magazine Stadium, I'm Dave Collins. Great evening, everyone, and we'll see you at the ballpark.